My name is Antoine Waterkeyn. It's the same name as the architect of the atomium, André Waterkeyn, so that might be important since we're in Brussels and since I live in Brussels. I'm an installation maker, also painter. Here I present cutouts, but I also make more digital paintings on Dibon. As a painter, I consider myself a writer. By my installations or my series of work, I write scenarios. And the title of the exhibition is Sapristi, Sorcellerie et Sacrilège. And I thought it also sounds a bit like an open scenario because it's very evocative and it has a lot of metaphors. But the second step as a writer, I have to read a lot. And here I start from the Cour des Miracles that are present in the book Notre-Dame de Paris by Victor Hugo. The Cour des Miracles is a kind of medieval place where criminals, prostitutes, all kind of beggars lived. It's really a place that existed historically, and they also had this kind of vassal system or king system, and the characters are represented here are the vassals or the kings of this Cour des Miracles and some other characters. Another important central story is that one of Mikhail Bulgakov, Heart of Dog. It's a story about a street dog and his testicles and a part of his brain are changed by that one of a criminal. And in the story, the dog changes also into a criminal. This also being a good starting point for this collection of anti-heroes, but it also is very parallel to my practice because changing this dog into a human is also a kind of Frankenstein idea. And this Frankenstein idea is also what I do in my painting by layering them and by creating a cutout that exists out of different antagonists. The cutout of the professor is here, and the underside of it is the golem from Jewish mysticism. And the golem is of course also a Frankenstein idea, so it's just a starting point, and then I go further and further until I have a big collection of anti-heroes and criminals. By presenting this like witch sabbath of criminals and anti-heroes, or I call it also a comédie humaine, I wanted to break this dominant bourgeois society which is all around us. Since Napoleon, bourgeois rules are everywhere. There is the police is everywhere. Also what they established were hospitals for mental people to keep them off the streets. The criminals also have to get out of the streets, and more prisons were created, etc., etc., etc. So I wanted to get them again out of their institutes and out of their prisons. And yeah, it's like a bit a wake-up call or a punch in the face of this bourgeois society. This vitrine is about showing anti-heroes and criminals instead of always showing the good guys. I wanted to do a reversement or a mirror because a reversement always makes things possible. It's an opening, a starting point, it's a 0 point.